Hello, everybody, and welcome to this awesome Google Hangout we're doing this morning. We've got all of the new execs on the team that have been working so hard to achieve that level, and we certainly want to recognize them. They are doing incredible work around the country, and we're going to start overseas. We're going to go over to Dorinda Berg, and Dorinda, I know you've been doing an awesome job in Ireland. You've been building a very large team. You've been traveling, working hard. It's no wonder you reached exec in a short period of time. I know what you've done. If you could take a few minutes and tell everybody how you've done it.
Thank you, Jack. It's my pleasure to be on this call with all the other executives. First of all, I want to congratulate everybody on the call for making it to executive, because this is the driving force of our business. When I'm not a technical person, and I was, when I went to America before Christmas, I went on a hangout with Jack and Troy, and I was absolutely blown away. Troy was out giving Christmas presents out in Canada. Jack was sitting down at home chilling out, and I just couldn't believe that this tool existed and nobody knew about it. So I've seen the Global Hangout from inception. The guys have done a fantastic job. It's a startup situation. I've been involved with 3 other startups in the past, and they have taken months. Jack and Les and Troy, everybody has brought this together in 2 weeks. I mean, the fact that the e-wallet up and people are going to get paid today, I'd say congratulations, management. It's just absolutely fantastic. Now, in relation to the product, it took me 16 hours, actually, maybe 12 hours one day. I was just thinking, and 4 hours another day for a friend of mine to teach me how to do a hangout. I was just, it was so technically challenging to me. But when I saw the product released last week and everything in the one place, and people could go and review and learn so fast, it was just absolutely music to my ears. Also, I am just so impressed. I never met Les before. I have just been so impressed by his participation with our program, the power of focus. I mean, all these people on this call have got to executive by being focused, because that is what it's all about. No matter what you do in life, it's all about being focused. The product, my daughter is doing medicine in Hungary. I can communicate with her. Building up a team has been so easy because everybody says, wow, wow, wow. It's just such a big tool for no matter, what you're doing family things, building a business, for anybody in the direct sales network marketing arena. It's just a fabulous tool to build your business. And I just want to thank everybody for their support and help, and I want to thank my team as well. I have the A team in the business. Thank you.
Great, Dorinda, and I know how hard you work, and your team highly respects you. You didn't maybe tell how hard you do work out there. Dorinda has been highly respected in the industry and other programs before coming into our program, and certainly that is why you've become exec so quick. Speaking of your team, we're going to talk to one of your team members in London, United Kingdom right now. David, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself. Dorinda talks very highly of you. She's told me what a professional guy you are and how well respected you are. So take a couple of minutes and tell us what you like about Global Hangout.
Okay, hello, good afternoon, everyone. It's afternoon here in London. I'm really excited and I'm really proud of. I've been in the direct sales industry for about 15 years. I've worked with the biggest companies in nutrition, and my passion has always been to find a tool, a system that's going to help a lot of people to improve their lives. Dorinda told me about Global Hangout about 12, 15 days ago, and I took a good look at it. Now, I hold Dorinda in very high esteem. She's an amazing human being. She's the best mentor anybody can wish for. And when I had a look at the product, I looked at the Hangout, and I also looked at what Global Hangout is all about, and it's absolutely amazing. One thing I have learned about a company being very successful, one ingredient is whatever product or service the company is offering must have a massive global demand. And I may be wrong, but I believe every human being on the planet wants to communicate. Every human being on the planet. And I was really impressed when I saw the video. It said President Obama uses the Hangout. Richard Branson uses the Hangout, and I was really amazed. So I've had a good look at the Hangout, which is part of the things that is on offer, and other things about the company, Global Hangout. And nobody has said no to me. Nobody. Wow. Every single, I've been in this industry for 15 years. I've never had it like this. It's like I got a magic wand. Nobody has said no to me. That's one thing. And we have a huge community here in London. We've got a huge African community. I mean, they love to communicate with their folks back home. And also we have the young people. I have a few people on my team. And I've got, at the moment, I'm in the other room. I've got about 5 young people. They're in their early 20s. And they're really excited about this. I've not been able to get the young people to get excited about anything. This is the first thing I'm getting the young people excited about. They're really excited about it. I've got a gentleman, he's fresh out of university. His name is Anthony. He's really, really on fire. He told me that, David, I want to be the first executive, to get to executive in your team. So we're all fired up, here in London, and we've got the best leadership in the company that we can ever ask for. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Dorinda. Thank you for making me to be a part of history. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much, David. And those words were magical, and it's so important when you said the young people finally see something. The average age of people in direct sales is 58 years old, and it's the younger generation that's going to light it up, and you said that so well. We're going to move over to Bo, who's sitting in New Jersey. And Bo, we hear you on the conference call. We know how much fun you are. Take a few minutes and tell the people why you're having so much fun.
Sure. Once again, thanks very much for letting me be part of this great hangout with the leadership team. And it's one of those things that you always see people do, you always hear people do it, and it's just a great group of people right here on this hangout. Now, I live in New Jersey. We've been here my whole life. I'm married with a wonderful woman, 23 years. We have 3 boys, each of them great guys, and thank the good Lord for that. We have 2 boxers here that are just all the fun in the world to have, greatest dogs. But we've spent 30 years in the retail wholesale food industry and built a nice living, own our own business, and have always been able to do well. And thank the Lord for the abundance that He's been offering us through Global Hangout. We just think 20 years ago when I saw my first circle presentation and learned what this business was about, I started, part-time like everybody else, a little bit here, a little bit there, was able to build some nice little incomes, nice little groups, but never enough to walk away. And I think the biggest thing that I see in Global Hangout, because of the craze of social media over the last couple of years, not just Facebook, not just Twitter, not just Google+, just everything that's coming together now. And in the direct sales industry, network marketing has always been a person-to-person relationship, a knee-to-knee, so to speak, kitchen table presentation, teaching people, educating people on how they can make their lives better or change something in their life. And I think this platform that we will be able to share with millions of people over the next couple of years is just amazing. I mean, what I've learned in the 30 days that we've been involved with you guys, just through the Gmail, calling people, being able to do hangouts with my group all week long, and it's just fantastic. The face-to-face end of this is really what it's all about. And we're happy to be involved. When we got the call from Fred, it was just, man, we got to do this and we got to do this big. And the great thing that I always like to tell people, what was the best thing that I found out so far? You know, when you investigate people and when you want to find out who you're doing business with, you know, the normal thing is to either get on a plane or get in a car and drive to meet somebody so you can look them in the eyes, so to speak. Well, I didn't have to fly to Calgary. I didn't have to fly to Arizona. I didn't have to fly to Dallas. I got on the first thing I did was I got on the website that was only half done. After I watched the video that was only half done and saw the founders speaking very candidly about what we were about to do. And I was sold, bought in at that point, down to the wire with everything that we've done has been so professionally done. And that's what it's all about. It's about the transparency that we'll be able to help other people grow with their groups. And you know, really, there is no cap on this. This is
Did we lose Bo?
input and all the stuff that we're going to be able to do to help people just fits into everybody's lives. And again, I really, really thank you, and I thank the founders, and of course we have to thank Al Gore, because without Al Gore there would be no internet. So thank you very much, all of you.
Yeah, I can see why everybody loves you, Bo. You're going to be a lot of fun to be around. I look forward to meeting you. And you talked a little bit about Fred Dudley. We're going to move over to Fred, and I know he certainly helped you get here, and he's been a mentor for so many. We hear him on all the conference calls. Fred, you're hanging out over there in Chicago this morning. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Absolutely, Jack. I am just so thankful to be here. I want to say thank you to you, and also Les Hewitt, Bruce Weiss, and also Mike Demetrio. You guys have been a cornerstone of just knowledge and passion, and really, without that leadership, we wouldn't be where we are. And I also want to say thank you and congratulations to all my fellow executives out there. You guys, I know you've done an amazing job. And first, a little bit about me. I'm a retired executive from AT&T. I've been involved in networking almost 40 years, actually. I got started in 1974 with a company called Amway, as we all know. And like Bo, that's where I first saw the circles. And you know what? After that, it was just I was connected. So I'm currently involved in several. I'm a master distributor of several different companies right now. I've put everything down just to do Global Hangout. Just a little over a month ago, Oz from Chicago called me up, and my first thought was, Oz, you know I'm busy, running these other companies. He said, Fred, I just want you to take a look. So being the person that he is, I got up Saturday morning, took a look at the video. I was still in my pajamas, halfway done with my reading. Get back on the phone. I was like, listen, you got to hook me up with Mike Demetrio. I saw the video, and immediately I saw an opportunity for every single person that is in some sort of business, whether you're in retail, whether you're construction, real estate, finance, just all across the board. You can use Global Hangout to get your message out to literally hundreds of thousands of people for literally nothing. So that alone, I said to myself, you know what? There's so many people out there that are struggling and not getting the customers on board. And then we have people that are involved in other multi-level marketing companies that have nobody to talk to. Global Hangout is the perfect medium that allows everybody all over the world to connect with other businesses or other prospects, instantly for nothing. So I'm excited about that. I'm also excited about the ministry portion of that. I'm a board member for a couple of different nonprofit organizations here in the U.S., and they're both faith-based and connected to over 150 churches nationwide through some of the businesses I've been involved in. And one of the passions that I have here as well is I'm going to be able to take that message to all these different leaders across America that can't afford to get on the Word channel, they can't afford to get on TVN because it's so expensive. Well, guess what? They can have their own broadcast literally for free, where they can broadcast to their members that are in the hospital, homesick, or anywhere in the world, and have their own sermons basically, for nothing. And I love that. So again, guys, I want to say thank you for allowing me to participate. And again, congratulations to my two partners out there and my first executive, Bob Whitowitz from New Jersey. We're partners in a couple of different businesses. And I got to tell you, we're living, drinking, sleeping, global hangout, because we feel that over the next 90 days, folks, if you're not a part of the situation, you're going to be sorry. So we encourage everyone, if you've seen it, get your subscription today. Let's rock and roll. Take care.
Thanks very much, Fred. Thank you very much for those kind words. And you mentioned, Mike DeMetro. Mike was our very first exec. We've all seen him. He's not here today because I guess we've seen so much of him on the conference calls. And Mike, the author of MLM Insider Tells All. But Mike has certainly been the inspiration from the get-go when we first met Mike, and he saw it right away. He put the video together that you guys have seen, and Mike it's no wonder he became executive so quick. But he's been a great member of the team and certainly an inspiration for so many of us. I think, Paul, I'm going to move over to you next. I think you can tell us a little bit more. Mike, I think he contacted you very early on, and you've led the charge for us. You started the calls, and you've certainly been one of the wonderful leaders in this program. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing and where you are this morning.
Hey, good morning, Jack, and thank you so much for having me on. I just want to give a shout out, and it's just an honor to be on here with Bo and David and Dorinda and Fred, yourself, and of course Les. I've not met you, Les, or been familiar with your work until now, and very impressed and really looking forward to our future together.
Great.
Well, yeah, my phone call did start my involvement with Global Hangout did start with Mike DeMetro giving me a phone call. Mike and I had worked in a previous company together, and he's just an incredibly talented guy, and we were keeping in close contact. And he said, Paul, listen, I got to catch you up on what's going on. So he did. And he couldn't tell me the name of the company. This was really early on. Couldn't tell me the name of the company or anything about it, but he asked me if I had heard of some of these prominent companies out there in the search, social media, and video industries, and I said, well, yeah, I've heard of them. He said, well, have you heard of Google Plus? And I said, no. He said, well, do you know what they've done? And I said, no. I said, Mike, I'm not a techie guy. I said, no, I really don't know. And anyway, it kind of launched from there. So I'll just start with a little background. I live now in Shelbyville, Kentucky. I've been here for 20 years. I was born and raised in Braintree, Massachusetts. So that's why I joke around with people. I say I'm from Boston and then Kentucky. And it kind of messes them up because they hear my accent. But anyway, I've been in the industry since 1994, and I've been privileged to be with some really good companies. But I've never been involved with a brand new company. I've always been. It just so happens I've been with 9-year-old companies, every single one that I've been with, and we've built some pretty sizable organizations, and it just seems to get better. And I know for a fact that I have now found what I believe to be the best. We've grown pretty sizable organizations, 1,300, 2,500, 5,800 people, and yet we're already far surpassed that in our global hangout experience in just a few short weeks. And so I'll talk about excitement. It's off the charts. When it comes down to what we have here and why I'm so excited and why, you kind of toss and turn at night because of the excitement is because all things are going social media and video. And, of course, search is huge. People have a trust relationship with Google, for instance, to search and get questions answered. Just phenomenal stuff, just absolute phenomenal stuff. And what we have here is the ability to capitalize on that. Most things are going to search in social media and video technology. And most social media, unbeknownst to a lot of the people in the world, is now becoming face-to-face. Face-to-face technology, face-to-face communication, face-to-face connectivity. I mean, we've got Ireland on the Hangout here. We've got Chicago and New Jersey and London and Canada. It's just absolutely amazing. So as Bo and the others have alluded to, in the old days you had to drive 20, 30, 40,000 miles a year going to presentations at people's homes or hotels, and you don't do that here. I mean, you literally can connect with people all over the globe at any time of the day or night by just getting on a Hangout. And you can actually have an international business. And so what did I see with this from the very beginning? What I saw was that there's 7 billion people on the planet in over 190 countries. And for the first time ever, we're able to have a worldwide, as David said, a mass appeal to the worldwide population of 7 billion people. 5 billion people know about Google and some of these other companies, and we get to tap into their amazing technology, educate people on how to use it, and build an incredible organization through the affiliate program that can allow us to make not only just a supplemental income, but a replacement income, to have something to dream about again, to have goals, something that can allow us all to have a beautiful standard of living for our family and for the generations to come, Lord willing. So I'm just excited to be here, and I debt of gratitude to Mike DeMetro for reaching out to me, to thinking enough to tell me about this, being able to know what the globalhangout.com website was before it was done, and then the video before it was done, meeting Fred and Bo and the other leaders that I have in my business, you know, Malcolm in Thailand, and Corey in Florida, and Charlie up in Nova Scotia, and Rudra Sharma in India, and Peter Dichter up in Canada, and also Italy. I mean, this is a global business that I'm just absolutely elated and honored to be a part of. Jack, thank you.
Thank you very much, Paul, and we are delighted to have you on board. And as you recognize those people around the world, we would have more execs on the call this morning if the e-wallet would have been live a week ago. And I know this week we're going to have a lot more of them go exec, because that e-wallet makes a huge difference. Les Hewitt, the author of Power of Focus, is with us here today as well. And Les is in Calgary, Alberta. When I started in the industry 23 years ago, I met this guy within a month and a half of me joining the industry, and through all of the programs that he was bringing to us, helped me get to where I am today. Les, I'm going to let you chat here for a few minutes and tell the folks what you're seeing.
Thanks, Jack, and hello, everybody. Just echoing on what Paul said, what captured my imagination very quickly with this was the fact that we could have a global impact. One of my very first forays into business was a little direct sales networking company about 30 years ago called Bestline. And just for the value of the products that we're offering, Jim Rohn was my mentor, and some of you know Jim Rohn. He absolutely changed my life. And I remember when we got the product package, there was an audio cassette series with Jim Rohn on it. I had never heard audio cassettes before, and the price tag on that shrink-wrapped audio package was $200. It was worth 10 times that. But that was 30 years ago, and we're offering an incredible series of products for $99 one time. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. And you know, a lot of people say, well, there's free training on the internet. All you've got to do is go on the internet. You can find a lot of things for free. And the question I would ask people, just to plant this seed in your mind, is: are you being paid for learning how to create a better life for yourself? And, you know, this is what I see, the magnitude of this. And a big congratulations to the first execs. Recognition as a part of any major organization. Many people are starved for recognition. They don't get it at home. They don't get it at work. So, again, a big, big pat in the back for all of you folks here today. And I know there's going to be many, many more through your organizations and from people around the world. I know we've got about 3,000 people in Russia, from what Jack told me, just lined up, ready to go. So that's very exciting too. You know, as I look at the companies that I've had the privilege to work with, and writing the books and everything, and knowing people like Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen, my co-authors, and many, many more, we're going to bring a lot to the table. This personal growth program is going to be ongoing, and we've got so much lined up. You've only seen the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the personal growth that we're going to be offering. And, you know, that's to help not just people in business, but, of course, families to do better, to reconnect better. And, you know, families that are scattered around the world can come together as often as they want for free. So very, very exciting. You know, Jim Rohn once said to me, if you were in an abundant orchard that was packed with fruit, what you'll find is that some people just study the root while other people are picking the fruit. And you guys are picking the fruit pretty fast, and I would encourage you to get everybody else picking the fruit, because there's a massive global orchard here that we can all benefit from and make a tremendous positive impact in the world. Not just making money, but I think this organization really is purpose-driven to help people in many, many other ways. So delighted to be a part of the team. And again, congratulations to everybody this morning.
Great. Thank you very much, Les. And certainly, again, congratulations to all the new execs. Reaching exec in this company, we don't guarantee that's going to happen for everyone, and we know that it takes work and effort. If you're willing to put in the time and effort, certainly the rewards can be there. So on behalf of all of you guys, Bo and David in the UK, Dorinda in Ireland, Fred over there in Chicago, Les in Calgary, Paul, where did you say you were this morning?
Shelbyville, Kentucky.
Shelbyville, Kentucky. It's been an international hangout, and there's many more to come. I look forward to all of the new execs that'll be here in the next week. So expect a lot more of these hangouts. They'll be happening a few times a week. And I just want to say one last time, thanks to Mike DeMetro for certainly leading the charge and being one of the visionaries. It's been a great 3 weeks, and we look forward to a lot more to come. So on behalf of myself, Jack St. Arnaud, and all the people on the call today, thank you guys very much. Thanks for watching.